come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Right to the air. Here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They snap it to Stafford. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Stafford now to throw. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. From the 50 at Stafford. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Lions sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves,
and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
and if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Stafford on first down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Throw left side, complete. That's McKenzie.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Stafford on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And it's a Packers touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch partner for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away, not intercepted.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. On first down at Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Dean Lowry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The sack will be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Now Stafford.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
York now for the extra point.
And the lead is now 2. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort with the mistakes that happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a play fake it at Stafford.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. On fourth down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Lions will take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He lets it fly for Lockett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They find some open field here. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were stopped on fourth down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on fourth down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense and more confidence?
I think as a defense, you are so excited with a fourth down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway. But a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now the shotgun is Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Stafford. That is caught by Lamb. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Stafford. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh,
that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down in midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play but he could not pull it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards. Let's see.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. There's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball-hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
McKenzie now from his end zone. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll just get rid of it.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They go with Chubb on second down. And some room to run now. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On first down, Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again on second and 10.
Tua finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Reggie Gilliam,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The York on now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw, Stafford. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good...
And now here's another interception.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Nick Chubb, he scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Lions get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get over to their final destination?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Looking deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Lockett, 44 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
22.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to...
And now here is another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is trusted...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Grady Jarrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Lions have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, 48 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down at Stafford. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, and he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Up the middle, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions, touchdown. Boy, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Stafford's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before they close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. That's going to be caught by Judy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Stafford. And now here's another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Jones has it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted,
they're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fan.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some...
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never